I'm waiting on Dave. I don't know what's going on here. Trying to get Dave in, y'all, so give me a second. Hey, Flat Tire Farm. Hi, Ashley. Ashley, if you would, go back into the other chat if you can and drop a link. There's Clint. Ashley, the seashell. I'm waiting on Dave. Bear with me. Hello, Annette. Trying to figure out how to get the live to come through for you guys. It's hard for us to really see anything that's going on here because it's a dual screen and it's a little weird. There he is. Let me see if I can get him in here. Now, we did this the other day, so it should be working fine. There he is.
Yeah, the second link worked.
All right,
What's
guys.
going on?
Let me get my Mac going so I can get onto that.
Right.
On that one there, so I can actually keep track of the chats.
No worries. I'm just out here chilling with the ladies.
I just saw my face on there a second ago. Now I can't find it. Oh, come on, where are you?
See if I can switch this camera around. You guys can see the ladies while we're waiting.
There we go.
They just got done eating their dinner.
All right, now
Hey,
I
JR. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Seashell. I'm seeing cats. That's good.
Yep, I've got it up on the screen on my end too, so I can see it a little bit better. Unfortunately, I can't turn my screen, so it's a little easier to see. So it has to be in the upright position. Yeah, they look good, Dave. They're adjusting pretty good. Is that the one that likes to jump on her knees?
Yeah. That's Ladybird right there.
Yeah, with Sweet Pea.
And that's Sleepy right there.
Sweet Pea.
And then the ugly ends are over there.
Yeah, we got to talk about those mutant chickens, Dave. Dave has self-plucking chickens.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where you're in the chicken store and you just fall in love with the chicken.
Right.
You had to bring it home.
Yeah, my mom was the same way. She walked into a tile store years ago, and there was this little dog about this big, and it had no hair.
Yeah.
It was a Chinese crested. Now that's all she has. So she likes her bald dog. I don't know.
We'll see how they last this winter. They say, well, the lady at the chicken store said she had them over the winter, and they did just fine. They got like 30% less feathers than a regular chicken.
She is really good over there at Chick-Palooza. She is really good with her birds.
Yep.
Let's see. There's Henry Leslie from Vermont. Good to see you in here. JR, Ashley, Seashell. Ashley says, now if you can just get them to jump up in the pot, Nomi.
Well, I'm hiding this stuff right here.
Right.
This is plain Pain. And they go, this is like chicken crack. But if they see it, they're going to jump up here on my lap, and I don't want them to jump up here yet.
Right.
Because they go crazy for that stuff.
Oh, yeah. We've been feeding ours, as you know, Dave. We got 4 of those 275-gallon ICB totes from the local distillery here. One of our seasonal neighbors owns the brewery. So we got 4 of the totes, and I brought them up here, and it had about 4 inches of mash on the bottom. So I've been getting the mash out slowly, giving that to the birds, and they're loving it.
Oh, yeah. I've been fermenting their grain because I've got like 3 bags of grain, and I've been fermenting it for like 3 days in water, and they just go crazy. They won't even eat the dry stuff anymore. You are locked up.
I can hear and see you fine.
Yeah, you locked up there for just a second, but that's all right.
Well, that's a Starlink. Yes, actually, we're married.
Elon
We're marinating the bird.
Well, actually, I know you do this, Rob, and I'm going to start doing this when they start laying eggs. Is we actually do pre-season the birds by feeding them chili peppers, because chili peppers will make a yolk almost red, so deep in color and beautiful.
Yep. And the chili peppers will also get them into laying in colder weather too.
Yeah.
It gets the body warm, and it capsaicin in it makes them, produce the eggs in the wintertime.
Yeah.
So
we'll see how they do. It depends on what I got for light, because light's a big key in the wintertime. So, yes. And I'm not worried if they don't lay in the depths of winter, because that means I got to come out and check on and make sure the eggs don't freeze 3 or 4 times a day.
Yes, we had that issue a couple times last year where they were freezing up pretty bad. This year we're going to try to give them a break. We're water glassing the hell out of some eggs. I've got 3 2-gallon buckets full of water glass eggs. So between those 3 jugs, there's probably about 30 dozen eggs.
Hey, D made it. Hey, D.
Hey, D. Clint says, I have seen someone that feeds their chickens rice and beans. They say it takes less feed and good in protein. Yes, me and Dave were actually discussing that last time I was down at the house.
Yep. And I got lots of rice, I got lots of beans, and I got lots of salmon. These chickens are going to be eating good, and I ain't going to have to spend a dime.
Right. Don't give them too much of the fish, though, because they'll get that fishy taste.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. We like salmon.
Just give them enough to boost the protein, because pinto beans have the highest amount of protein in them, and they're also one of the cheapest beans.
Yes.
So you really don't need to up that much protein. So, just a little bit of salmon mixed in, they'll be fine.
Give them a little the oils and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're probably going to do the same thing when we go down to Costco's over the next 2 months. We're going to buy stuff like that so we can do the same thing. It'll just make it easier on us and the food, because when they were in the old mechanical building, you've been in there, Dave, you know where they were at. Yeah. We keep the food in the totes in there, and I cannot find for the life of me metal trash cans with lids. Walmart says they have, but you go in there, they have the trash cans, they're all banged up and there's no lids.
Did you check the usual places like Lowe's, Home Depot?
I'm not paying $75 for a trash can.
Try AIH.
I didn't think about that. I'll hit them up on
AIH.
next time. Yep, definitely. Let me see. Flat Tire Farm, A+ on the water glassing eggs. Yeah, definitely. It's been being done for hundreds of years, so might as well continue doing it. I mean, the big thing I find is a lot of people don't do the proper mix. Everything I've read and everything I've been doing, it's all 1 ounce of the lime to 1 quart of water. I see people putting 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon in. That's not enough.
Yeah.
That's not enough. So make sure you do it right, because you don't want to be eating those eggs and you crack them open and they don't smell right. That's not going to be pretty. So.
Oh, I know. I found 1 egg one time that had been sitting. It like rolled out of a container and was sitting underneath something on the counter.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was there. And like 2 months later, I went and grabbed it to pick it up, and it crushed in my hands, and it was that rotten egg oozed nasty.
Right. We're gonna take a look outside. I tested this earlier. I was actually got good signal outside, so from Starlink. So let's see what we can do here.
Yep, that's exactly right, Flat Tire.
What did he say? I didn't see it.
Yeah, I was wondering, how close is the coop to the house?
It's right there. It's about 100 feet from the house, maybe, if that.
That's not bad.
Sarah's been doing all this wood was the patient, so we're kind of leveling it out and let it just keep going, composting. But there's my little troublemakers. I still have the orange one is still in the other coop because she's broody, and she's got about 10 eggs under her.
Well, hopefully they'll hatch.
I'm hoping so. We got about another 10 days for them to hatch.
Yep.
It's
Speaking,
actually, D, it is one of the best days we've had in about 2 weeks up here. I mean, the sun's been
oh
out all
yeah,
day. My batteries are charging. And Dave, so next year when you know, basically from here, almost 300 yards out is solid ferns.
nice.
So that's going to be our fiddlehead grounds next year.
There you go. Yeah, see that you can spot them now that they're big. You can see where they're at, so you just remember.
Yep. Well, I mean, from in the house. If you look out the kitchen window above the sink, you can see how they just keep going out further and further and
Yeah,
further. Probably about 300 yards past the house. So, but yeah, they're
it's a
doing
lot
good.
of fiddle.
Oh yeah, I've got I've got two roos, and one's kind of a creep. He likes to jump at you, and I had to give him the boot the other day, and since then he's been running from me. This one's actually the nice one. He'll come up and he'll let you pet him and stuff like that. The other one, he's just a jerk.
Yeah, if they're eating, they'll let me pick them up and put them on my lap.
Right.
Dottie, the one Turkin, she'll come up no problems if I pick her up and I hold food and she'll eat out of my lap and stuff like that until she gets tired of it and then she flies away.
Right. And so, you guys never really seen outside before. This is my sawmill. I had an ordeal with that today. I had to change the blade out after I blew a belt. But you can see the greenhouse, and everything is getting huge in there. The tomatoes are going good. The snow peas actually have snow peas on them already.
Yeah, snow peas do good up here if you can get them warm and in the sun.
Yep. I can hear the
Which has
train
been
going
an
by.
issue this year.
This is one of the kegs I got from down to brewery as well. And this is actually going to, if I can do what I want, this is actually going to be the cover for the water jug for the spring water, so we can have a spigot on top of it.
Oh, cool.
There's the guest cabin there. And don't mind this mess over here. This is what I've been cleaning up. If you're not familiar with the bush in Alaska, in springtime, it's major cleaning because everything you drop something outside in the snow and then you got to go find it.
And
But
it's not a mess. We save stuff because we can't get to town. We might need it.
well, yeah, exactly. But this is the
No?
trapper cabin, which is actually going to be Sarah's art studio. Then you have the generator building there. Let's see if I can not lose signal.
Hey, you're doing good on your signal. That's surprising.
Yeah, the little building right here with a moose skull on it, that's the moose coffin. That's where the freezers are, and there's actually a hanging area down below for meat. And then this is my mechanical building. This is where the little orange chicken's still inside. But let me tell you, Dave, it took an act of God to get these damn doors open.
I bet.
They hadn't been opened in years, so I was in there with that pry bar prying it open. It finally popped open. What I'm gonna have to do is raise the hinges up a little bit and get it up not so tight.
Is there any cross sections in that thing keeping them from sagging?
Yeah, it's got stuff on the inside.
Okay.
So, yeah, let me get back inside so I can pick up on what's being said in the chats here.
Well, D, you're just gonna have to come up here and do that.
Yeah. Sarah's actually over in her reading area. Let's see. There's Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
All right, let me sit back down here and see what we've missed on the. I'm using a little phone holder on a little tiny tripod, so it's a little precarious. All right. Yeah, flat tire farm. Yes, 1 ounce per weight. Oh wait, of the line. Semi-flavored chicken. Clint, just close your eyes. You mean a ouch? Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can get some of the ladies up here.
Okay.
We'll pull
Hey,
the crap out.
cut the cord. Flat Tire Farm. Rob, did your keg come from Denali? Yes, it did come from Denali Brewing. Sasson and Christie are friends of ours. They actually have a property about about 3 miles from here. They just use it in the season. Actually, whoa, should I fit right in up there? I have all kinds of locked treasures. Yeah. I want to hang out with Sarah in the art studio. Yeah.
Steve came up.
What's that? Oh,
Steve's
there you
on my
go.
lap.
Yeah. Live going, and I'm working. Sorry there, Southern Roots.
Up.
You know I do my lives on
Here's
Friday.
Crystal.
I don't know if it's Adam and Phyllis or if it's just Phyllis, but they say hi, Sarah.
Up, and here's Donnie.
There you go. JR, I've actually found a lot of Jim's treasures hidden around the property. Everything from his original homemade prosthesis for his arm to just buried. I found snow machines buried. It's crazy what I've been finding up here from that old coop. I mean, don't get me wrong. I call him an old coop, but because he's part of the reason why the name is it is right here at the Curmudge Inn.
I'm being attacked.
You need to take a scheduled break, right? Flat tire. Hey, cut the cord. Well, cut the cord. Greeting people. Everybody's greeting them. It's just Phyllis. Okay. It's not just Phyllis. It's Phyllis. It's not just Phyllis. There's Steve. Steve the Rooster. Yep.
Steve ain't like being better yet.
Everybody's talking to everybody else. Okay, cool. Now we can get back to talking. I just want to make sure I get caught up from when I was outside. But as you guys see, that both of our coops come out really good. Dave, he's got that artistic flair to him about how he does things. That little coop is amazing. As soon as I start seeing the paper, I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna make like a Beetlejuice house.
Yeah, Philly Captain named it right, the Beetlejuice house. And he didn't even know I had Tasmanian Turkins.
Right?
I've got to see Dave's chicken. Hi, Dave. Hi, chicken.
He's on this one over here. This is
I dropped you, witch.
What happened?
They're attacking. They're attacking.
No.
My goodness.
Wild.
There we go.
Wild chicken.
Hey, Dave, you should be able to flip the camera with the little circle icon and show Sarah the chickens.
Oh, there they are. They're so cute. Look at the silly
Sarah,
chickens.
they're eating this plantain like it's crap.
Ooh, they
Ooh.
love it.
Look at them go.
Yay. Oh, my goodness. They're so cute.
There you go. I didn't realize you were sideways. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you got a red one?
No, he's got those are the
funny
Tasmanians
ones.
ones
Yes.
with the
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, those are the Tasmanian Turkins, and then these are they're called sapphire gems.
Ooh, pretty.
They're a cross between a meat bird and an egg layer.
Ah,
dual purpose.
dual-purpose chicken.
Perfect for Alaska.
Oh my goodness! It's like these guys don't eat.
Yeah, right. Funny what they think treats are.
Right. It's like
Oh yeah.
I think it was the night that Dave got the day after Dave got the girls into his pen there. I showed up and we're sitting there and they're jumping through the air trying to get the mosquitoes. It was hilarious.
Oh, how funny.
Oh yeah.
I knew it was a string where a feeder was hanging from, and the rooster kept trying to attack the string.
All right, get your sit back up over here, guys. You ate it all.
And they enjoyed every nibble.
Yep.
How fun. Great.
All right, they're gone now.
Right. Crazy little birds.
All right, anybody got any questions for us?
Yep. Ask some questions, guys. Mosquitoes are brutal here
I'll
right
sit here and
now.
smoke my pipe and drink my tea.
Right? Yeah, no, the mosquitoes today aren't that bad up here, Clint. We just got some new bug spray yesterday. We had to send up on the train along with some mail. I got my new batteries for my GoPro, so hopefully I'll be able to not have to worry about filming so much. I've got my little cylinder style one. I've been trying to find one like that, Dave. I can't find them anywhere.
Sportsman's.
I looked. They didn't have one like that.
That's where I just got this one 2 weeks ago. I had to get another one.
The top part or the can?
Yep. The top part.
I didn't see the top part when I go back
I'm
into
going
town.
into town in a couple days. If they got them, I'll grab one for you. Just get it.
Grab one for me, and grab me one of the cylinders too.
Okay. Yeah, because that's the only way to go. When you get the little bottles that go on those handheld or the ones you strap on, they work great, but those fucking bottles are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
You know?
And we don't really use it all that much. But we've had a couple days that are really bad. Like last weekend when Phyllis and Adam were here, he popped on his, I popped on mine, and it worked great. Then we went down by the lake to do some fishing, and we had no problem down there at all.
I've got 5 birds, and my coop is about 4 foot by 4 foot, and my run, I didn't measure it. It's about 10 foot wide, probably about 10 by 20 is my chicken run.
Yeah, and my coop is 6 by 12 by 9 foot high, and the run is a 10 by 12.
Yep.
And I have, let me see, I have 10 birds out there right now, plus the one hen that went broody. And I think there's like either 6 or 9 or 6 or 10 eggs underneath her. So I'm hoping we get at least a half dozen babies out of it all.
Yeah.
I have not had any critters come up around the chickens at all this year, Clint.
I have not over here, but over at Brandon's house where they were staying, that hawk is still coming around. In fact, I talked to Brandon today because he wants to build a bigger coop. And he said that hawk is there every day when he pulls in at night, sitting on top of that coop.
Yeah, that was crazy. You got that on video. And the chickens are like, hi.
Yeah, they doesn't even, well, if he comes there every day and he's not bothering them, they're safe inside.
Yeah, it's the first time that they're out. He's going to grab a hold of them.
Yeah, so we're looking at building something that he can slide around with his tractor because he only has 7 birds right now, but he's talking about getting some meat birds.
Yeah.
So he wants a bigger run and a coop that goes with it. So I'm gonna work on some designs this weekend, and we'll probably have another chicken coop build video coming up here pretty soon.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Florida's got some pretty bad mosquitoes. That's actually where Sarah and I lived for the last number of years. I was down there for about 25 years. Sarah was down there about 12 years. And we know how they are. And I lived on the water most of the time, so I know how they are.
Yeah.
Clint, have you had
up here too, we've got 5 different varieties of mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And they come out different times of the year.
Yeah.
And you can guarantee if it rains for a day or two, the very next day the sun comes out, the mosquitoes are coming out.
I put bug dope on once this morning, and that was it. I didn't put any more on the rest of the day, and I'm out there fairly early in the morning. We'll sit around and have our coffee.
Even if these mosquitoes bite me, this variety is the real tiny ones. They doesn't even itch.
Yeah, exactly. Plenty of room for
more. I don't
more.
know about you, but I'm having a bigger issue with fruit flies right now than I am with freaking mosquitoes.
No, we haven't had any fruit flies. We haven't actually had that many flies in here either.
No.
I know better. I brought a banana into the house, and for some reason, the bananas, when I bring them into the house, they bring in fruit flies with them.
Yeah, they
and once they're in the house, it's just like, driving me crazy.
Right. Clint or D says the hawk is determined. They never to cover the coop.
Yeah, a few years ago when I was babysitting,
we top of my coop.
When I was babysitting for Brandon a few years ago, and watching over, he had ducks and chickens and a couple other things. Well, he did not have a cover over his ducks, and I went out there one day, and the bald eagles were circling, and the ravens were circling, and I just knew what was the carnage that I was in store for. And it's amazing. You don't need much to keep the hawks out or any birds out. You just need something like, let me switch my camera around here. I see this right here. My tarp didn't make it all the way. So all I did was put some strings up here and some rope. And as long as they can't get in and flap in and swoop down, they're just fine. And then the rest of it's covered. But I'll give a quick tour here since you gave a tour of yours. We've got our Beetlejuice crooked little coop. And then we got our bedding in here. And we'll do a whole video on this on how to do a compost floor. I think you did the same thing, didn't you? And then we got our roofs in here. We got plenty of ventilation. And then the girls can run around the side here. They got their underneath dry area there.
Yeah.
So they got a good life out here. Oh, check this out. A heart-shaped rock. There we go. Chickens dug that up. I think they love the place.
Stuff you see on the side of the roads for.
Yeah. Yeah, take care of him.
All right.
Can you still hear me? I just plugged in my speaker.
Like netting they put on the. Yeah, I can hear you. But you know the orange netting they put on the side of highways for like debris catchers.
Yeah.
I had a roll of that stuff that was green, and that's what I put across the top of mine to keep.
Works good. I've used yarn before. It's just got to be a visual deterrent, you know.
Anything that's going to interfere with their. Yeah, anything that's a visual deterrent or it's going to touch them, they're going to do that.
Yep.
All right, so Flat Tire Farm says for fruit flies, try a small bowl of red wine and one drop of dishwashing liquid. Soap eliminates the surface tension. Nice.
That's a good idea. I've got a apple cider vinegar in jars with plastic over it and holes in it, and they'll climb in the holes and get in there and get stuck. So.
Yep. Right. Adam and Phyllis, are you still in here? Or Phyllis? Yeah, snow fence. You're right, JR. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Yeah, I know it's snow fence. Is that a brain fart?
Yeah, that's what it is. Snow fence. Yeah, they use it to keep the drips off the highway.
Yeah.
So where's Sarah at? How come she ain't in here chatting with us?
Because the camera's only so big.
Oh, that's right. In your head's so big, you only fit one person. I get it.
Yeah. No, she's over in the corner in her reading area taking a read.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed that or not, but Dee is from Florida too there.
Yeah, I saw that. She's from Hollywood area, I think.
Yep.
All right, I took care of it, Phyllis. There's somebody being a little bit of a pit on the channel. I got him out of there. If somebody starts coming in and starts acting like that, just give them a timeout.
Yeah, because I can't do admin stuff, I don't think, while I'm doing a lot of it.
I don't think we can while we're doing the dual stream. Hey, there's On To It Aussie. You must be on coffee break.
Where's Brun at? Usually in here.
Brun she's actually on the it's gonna be the west coast of Australia visiting family.
Oh, okay.
Unless she's back. She might be back by now, I'm not sure.
She hasn't put any videos out in a couple days, so who knows?
No worry, Phyllis. Yeah, she's posted some videos earlier. I was talking to her on her channel earlier. She found she was metal detecting on the beach and found an old shovel, and she's convinced that they used it to bury the treasure.
She is a hoot.
Oh, she is. I told her to use that shovel to keep digging.
Yeah. Keep digging. Maybe she'll make it to Alaska.
Right. There's brook trout. Another one in Florida.
Brook trout. Speaking of, we got to go fishing, dude.
Yeah. Where are they running? Or is the water too high
Well,
right now?
there's salmon running, but the trout are all over the place, dude. We got to catch trout before the salmon get in, because then you can't catch trout.
Right.
I'm hungry for trout.
We gotta find a date when we can get out and go. We'll be in town.
I'm here every day. I just gotta wait for you to come down the tracks.
I gotta come out sometime soon. I gotta help my friend Michael put batteries in at his place over by your place over in Chase or the Bluffs over off Larson Lake area. I could help him put some batteries in and fix some plumbing. So if I'm out for more than a day, I'll try to swing down and try to go out and do some fishing. But other than that,
is that the guy that I met that's got the place up there off the Talkeetna River?
Yeah, he's right on there. No, I don't know if you met. Yeah, you met Michael. We picked him up at the airport.
Yeah,
Michael.
Yeah, he's got that place right there by Larson Creek in the river, the one that's up on top of the hill.
Yeah. So I've got to help him put new batteries in that place, and then if I'm out for more than a full day, I'll swing down and we'll try to find a place to go fishing. I'll make sure I bring my fly rod with me.
Yeah, because we can just tool up and down the highway between Talkeetna and here and hit all the streams.
Right.
I got I got a few holes that don't require an ATV, since I am ATV-less right now.
Right. And Brook Trout says he's heading up to Michigan beginning of August, hopefully to find some trout. There you go.
I wouldn't think of going to Michigan for trout, but I guess they are everywhere.
Yeah, they got them everywhere. Yeah, we had really nice brookies and rainbows back in New Hampshire. Colorado's got some nice browns.
Yeah, Colorado's got a few browns, but they stock so much that when I was there, they were taken over. I mean, the rainbows are nice and they're good to eat, but it was taken over from the browns and the cutthroats.
Yeah.
But we had lake trout in Colorado too, and those suckers get big.
Yep. Yeah, I caught a couple of them down on Dillon.
Mm-hmm.
Good rainbows down here by Deception Creek. I don't know where that is.
I didn't know where it was till I tried to figure out where it was. I know the name. Where the heck's Deception Creek at?
I'm not sure. You've been here a lot longer than me.
Peninsula? Are they on? Willow Fish Hook. Okay. Yeah.
Where are they
I have
biting?
not been fishing up. Yeah, I have not been up.
Starlink birds are moving closer to you now over west coast of Alaska and up the center of the Yukon. Nice.
There is supposed to be lake trout in Rainbow Lake right up the road here.
Oh yeah.
But you gotta have a boat and you got to troll for them, and I ain't got a boat right now. So
yeah. No, when we were down fishing, when Adam and Phyllis were here from Alaska, cut the cord. We went down to the lake, but we think the surface water close to the edge is too warm, and they would not even come close to the edge of the lake. So we're gonna have to try to get out there on the canoe and drop down to the deeper parts of the lake.
Yeah.
Oh, Alaska cut the cord said Deception is right around the bend from us. Cool.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
I know the name and I've seen it, but it's just one of those ones I haven't fished yet. So.
Right. So what do you
It's not like we don't have a plethora of good fishing spots in Alaska.
This is true. I can't wait for Silvers to come back to go to that spot we went to last year.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yep. So you guys, hang on. Deception Creek must be, hey, Ed, must be tricky to find, right? Very deceptive. Do you guys?
There's nothing but fish stories come out of Deception Creek.
Right. Do you guys need fishing license in Alaska? Yes, up to I believe age 62 or 65, then you get a lifelong one. Same thing with hunting.
Here's the one of the things that's awesome up here though. If you make under a certain amount of income, like I do, my fishing license is only $5 a year,
Yep.
and that comes with a fishing license, moose tag, bear tag, wolf tags. The only thing it doesn't come with, I think I can get a caribou tag, but then you're better off with a draw area. But I can get all my tags for one time for $5.
That's not bad. Good to see you in here, Ed. I'm glad you made it in. JR, polar orbiting bird signal will be get better as the world turns. Exactly. I'm hoping so, because it's actually has been getting better. I'm getting less interruptions, so I'm happy about that. Everybody's greeting Ed.
Hey, Ed.
I don't see John tonight. John might be doing busy stuff at the new house. Yeah, I'll be glad when they get more of those birds up in orbit. They'll make it really nice up here. All right, guys. You guys have any questions or anything like that about these builds? Or any questions in general? I mean, it's not too often you see the Gnomie.
Other than who won the build off?
The chickens.
The chickens won.
The chickens won.
Same as us, but just fishing. We don't have all those roos. Well, I'm not getting there. Yeah. Actually, I saw Starlink go over while on vacation. It was crazy. Yeah, it's when you see the line of them going over, it's kind of strange looking. But yeah, definitely the chickens definitely won this one, because both of our coops kind of get done about the same time period. I had rain delays. Dave had rain delays, and aesthetically wise, Dave's the winner, definitely. I really like the way his coop came out. I won't
Thanks,
lie
man.
about it. I really like it. To get a fishing license in Alaska, you can get one right away, but it's going to cost you. To get the resident fee, you have to be here a year.
Yeah, a full year.
A full year. Well, not quite, just within like 15 days or so. Because last year when I went in to get my fishing license, I went into the fishing game in Palmer, and I'm like, this is our deal. We don't know exactly how it works, if we have to go off the date we bought our property or the date we got here, da da da. And the girl's like, when did you get here? So we got here August 10th, but we didn't close until August 31st. She goes, good enough.
Yep.
So she said, if it's in the month that you got here, we'll give it to you.
Yeah, just they're really just trying to get people, because there's a lot of people that come up here and buy property. They never move up here, but they use it to get fishing licenses and hunt licenses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they're really Alaskan just because they own property up here.
Yep, exactly.
It takes a long time to get out of that Chichaco status, but you're doing pretty good, man.
I'm getting there.
You're one of the best Chichacos I ever met so far. So.
Well, thank you. Hey, Mac. I don't recognize the name. Maybe it's one of Dave's, or somebody just found us organically. That's cool.
Who's it?
Mac.
I'd missed it. Mac. Doesn't sound familiar.
Don't know. I'm looking at the screen.
Well, I got a lot of people that just watch and don't comment or anything too. So.
Yeah. I'm looking at my monitor over here. I'm looking at my nose, and I'm turned sideways. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, what's weird is on here is the camera's up top and my picture's up top, and you're down below. So if I want to look at you, I'm looking down. So.
But on my computer, we're the opposite. We're side by side.
Side by side, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's working. And we didn't have to deal with StreamYard.
Right. JR, aren't the licenses cheap for veterans with service-connected disabilities? I think so, but I'm not positive.
I think so, yeah. Yeah. If you, the one main thing is if you make under $15,000, or I think they raised it to 17. If you make less than $17,000 a year, you get the $5 tag.
Yep. Hello, Alaskan one Andy, and there's Annette asking a question. I actually want to move up there, but I have not figured it out yet. Figure it out; it's worth it.
Well, that's what we're here for, and that's what we're doing is teaching people how to make it up here.
Yep.
because there's so many people that think they can make it. One, they think they can make it because they watch reality TV shows,
Right.
and yeah.
So
Yeah.
Brooke Trout wants to know when the last time you cut your beard was.
Well, I trim it about once a month, but actually cutting it, I haven't cut it in, I'm thinking 2014, maybe 2013 is when I started growing it.
Right. Yeah, I just keep mine close cropped. I like it that way better. All right, on to it, Ozzy. You go enjoy and don't work too hard. It was good to see you
Thanks
in
for
here.
stopping in.
Thank you for stopping in. Definitely. Let's see. Ashley says, I don't have a TV. We have
Good
TVs.
for you.
We don't watch a lot of the TVs. Well, usually if we're going to watch something, we usually pop on Amazon. But a lot of times at nighttime when we're eating our dinners, usually when we watch our YouTube channel, people, we'll watch Dave, we'll watch Bill, we'll watch Alone, Mountain Mariner, Flat Tire Farm. All the ones we follow, we try to watch them while we're eating dinner or while I'm cooking and while we're doing cleanup. And then after that, we might pop in a TV show. I mean, I've got 500 DVDs here. So we'll pop in a series or something like that, or we'll pop on to Amazon Prime. Everybody's like, well, why do you still have Prime? Well, we still get stuff shipped here. And with Amazon Prime, the shipping is free. If I don't have that Prime, the shipping is going to cost me. So I have to utilize
now,
it.
is Prime still as good a deal as it used to be?
What, for the movies?
Well, for the movies and for the shipping and everything, what was it like? I know it used to be like $100.
It's about that, but with the way I figured it, between all the shipping that we do get done, because we do order a lot off Amazon, it just takes a little longer. But if we had to pay all that shipping, it'd be hundreds of dollars a year.
Oh yeah.
Yep. See, flat tires, that's our jam too. Dinner and YouTube.
Which this time of year ain't much YouTube. I am so far behind on videos because it's light out so long.
Right.
By the time I realize it's starting to get dark, it's 11 o'clock. I still ain't made dinner, and I got to get in and make dinner. And usually I'll watch a couple videos while I'm making dinner, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And 4 o'clock in the morning, the sun's back up.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm like you, Dave. I have to force myself to not work all the time whenever it's light out. So I stop at a certain time every day, and I'm done. And I'll either come in, we'll read, we'll just bullshit, we'll watch YouTube, or we'll watch a little. Usually, we watch maybe 3/4 of a movie at night.
Yeah.
Usually, we're halfway through it. We're both dozing. Prime is $180 a year. Oh my! I might have to rethink that. Well, see, the problem is I've got so many movies I've purchased on there. I don't want to get rid of it. They know how to sucker you in, man.
Well, and then what? So you purchased them, but if you don't keep up the membership, you lose it.
I think so.
That's fishy.
Well, yeah. And thank you, Phyllis, for posting links for people. That's very good. Thank you.
I can't do it from here, so.
Oh,
somebody's got to
raise. Oh, Jay, I misread that. JR is saying that they want to raise Prime to $180 a year. Yeah, that happens. They might have to say bye. And it's early summer, so we're all behind on all our projects. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. That's why for the last 2 days I've been milling wood for the bridge build to make the bridges from 4 foot to 8 foot, so we can get the side by side up here for Sarah. Sarah's pretty petite. She for those that don't know, she can't really steer.
Leave the camera alone. I said leave the camera. I'm talking to the chicken.
But she can't really steer the four wheelers when they're 4-wheel drive. I mean, they're pretty stiff. So we're picking up a Kawasaki side by side for Sarah, and
Good.
a lot easier.
That's my issue. Is even with power steering, just the pulling with my shoulder, I can't ride a wheeler anymore or a snow machine.
Yeah, and that's why
it seriously limits me on my ability to harvest and all that kind of stuff. But we're getting by.
Yeah, the Kawasaki does have power steering, so it'll help her a lot. She's driven it already, so she's happy with it. And it's more of a safety issue because if I fall like down to spring, or if I'm working on a trail and I fall, she can't come get me, and I don't want to have to
Yep.
crawl a mile home. This way here, she can drive down, I can climb into the vehicle, or she can drag me into the vehicle and I can get home. No, it's not a Kawasaki Mule. Oh God, I can't remember what it is. It's like an 800 cc. Phyllis, what is that thing?
I had a Kawasaki, one of the original Kawasaki mules, and I loved that thing.
I was trying to find one when we first get up here, the one of the older ones because they're diesel. That's what I was trying to find. I could not find one. The one I did find had a blown transmission. They still wanted $12,000 for it, and I said no. Hey, Southern
What's
Roots.
nice too is the parts for those are still fairly cheap compared to like Suzuki parts are out of this freaking world.
Yeah, yep. The and it's fairly new. It's a 21, so and it's only got a couple hundred miles on it, so it should be good. You know, and the owners took very good care of it. They babied it, and it's coming with a snowplow. Not that I really ever really use a snowplow, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I might
Drop
plow
one.
it.
You can drop the snowplow off down here. I can use it.
What are you gonna push it with?
This is true.
Thank you, Phyllis.
See, that was my biggest problem. That was my biggest issue last winter was my wheeler was down and the snowblower went down, and I can't shovel.
Yeah. No, it's a Kawasaki Trex 800.
If anybody's got a line on a 2003 Ranger 6x6 parts machine, let me know. I need parts.
Right.
Because they don't make that stuff anymore.
Really, Flat Tire Farm, $1,200 for a starter on that? They've got a Kawasaki. Is it a Kawasaki Mule diesel? That's crazy.
That is nuts.
That's crazy for a starter. Look on Amazon.
Usually Kawasaki parts are cheap.
Yeah. Wow.
Cheaper anyway.
I might have to put a pull start on this thing. Hook it up to the Moose. Yeah, right. Even on Amazon. Wow. That's crazy.
Well, you got to watch them parts on Amazon too, because even the ones that are hired and say they're good parts are cheap knockoffs.
Yeah, I have seen that. You know, you think you're getting something that's close to OEM, and you're not. Like I was going to order a new part for the winch on one of the wheelers, and I started looking into it, and everybody's like, "No, they say it's the same thing, and it's not. It's got extra wires to it, or it takes extra wires." I'm like, not happening. I do have a proper solenoid switching for the old Kodiak. I've got to get that installed. I'm just going to find a manual so I can figure out how to do it, make sure I'm doing it right, and where it's at. Normally, put a harness on all those chickens and put it to work.
I wish.
We brought it to Warcilla, and they rebuilt it for $3,350. That's not bad. I mean, if it can be rebuilt, that's good.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these companies think what they have is gold, and that's a pity. You know, it's not good. You know, I mean, you might have a good product, but just because you get a good product doesn't mean you should charge out the what for a part.
Well, and the problem is they get away with it because people pay it, and as long as people are going to pay it, they're going to do it.
Yep. Kawasaki wanted $500 for the rebuild kit.
Wow.
No.
See, I'm trying to remember when I had a starter go out on my Wolverine, and that starter was about $300 for the Wolverine. And because it didn't have a pull start, I had to replace the starter. There's no aftermarket pull start for it. So it broke in the Chase parking lot, of course, in August in the rain. So I'm laying in the Chase parking lot trying to figure out how to get this freaking starter out.
Oh, take it easy, bro.
Only took me a day and a half.
Right. Yeah, no, that's the one thing I'm worried about with the Can-Am. That does not have a pull start.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if that starter goes out, it's not going to be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Kodiak, I mean, that thing's older, and it's still got a pull start, but it's a very even pull start. It's got a heck of a compression on it.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Is you get up, above 500 cc's, man. It can be a bear pole starting.
Well, that Kodiak's only a 400, but I mean it's got as much power as a 500 the Can-Am.
And there's no compression release on it.
No, not that I
That
found.
sucks.
Yeah, I know. I damn near broke my wrist first time I tried to pull it over. Hey, Gillum Farms. Let's see, what are we missing here? Brook Trout left. Have a good night, bud. Southern Rouge says, I'm having a hard time finding parts for my 94 Suzuki King Quad 300. Yeah, after certain years, they stopped putting out the parts, man.
Just at the time you need them most.
Yeah, just when you need them the most, they're going to stop making them. Sure to go.
That's when you got to start looking for a used machine, maybe with a blown motor or something, and have it sitting around for your parts.
Yep, you got to have that donor machine. So
2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, Clint just volunteered you. If the starter goes out on the Can-Am, you have to push.
Oh.
Clint's really good at volunteering for people for stuff like that.
Right?
See how dirty I am.
I don't know about them Texans.
Right. They think they got the biggest state, and they forget about us.
I know. They think they got the biggest state, the biggest deer, the biggest mosquitoes. I don't know.
They do have the bigger deer. We don't really have deer here.
This is true. But yeah, we do. It's called a moose.
True.
A moose is in the deer family. We got bigger deer.
True. Well, and we do have blacktails.
Yeah.
And I think there are some.
Take the mess of them.
Yeah. So
I heard there's elk down in like the Panhandle.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they're coming over from Canada and stuff like that, which makes sense. Maybe with climate change, we'll get them up here. I wouldn't mind having elk up here. I love elk.
Yeah, so do I. I haven't had elk since I left Colorado. Let's see. JR says, Rob, I bet there might be some spare parts in the weeds. You never know up here, man. I found a freezer off the property on state land that is full of old generator parts, old sanders, old chainsaws that Jim just chucked out there to get them off the property. It's crazy.
Well, it's either that or haul them into the town and take them to the dump.
Yeah, well, and that's be a pain in the butt just to get them down to the tracks.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a generator up here. I've got to get down to the tracks because I'm trading it off. I blew the piston in it, and I'm trading it to a friend because he needs the parts from the electrical parts for one of his generators. I'm trading him a little diesel engine. I'm getting a diesel engine for that. It's a little 10 horsepower, and I'm gonna hook that.
I saw when I was in town the other day. I saw there's a Yanmar place over here in Wasilla. Did you know that?
Yes, I did, and I've got to stop in there. I've got to get a new governor for the my Yanmar L90.
Hey, did you ever find that leather place you were looking for? Because I found that too.
Leather place.
Yeah, you said you were looking for a place that had leather supplies in Wasilla.
Oh,
that was a while ago.
Yeah.
It's right across from Value Village on the other side of the tracks.
Oh, okay.
Value Villages. So you got to hit the frontage road to get in there. But yeah, it's right there. It's directly across from Value Village.
All right, I'll have to check that out. Says Flat Tire Farm, we could cut Alaska in half and make Texas the 3rd largest state, right?
Yep.
Farm moose are much bigger. JR says maybe Nancy put them out there. They've been out there a while. I'm willing to bet Jim probably put them out there. He had a habit of keeping everything and then hiding stuff. That's why I need to get a metal detector up here.
One thing I like about Clint is he's not your typical Texan. He doesn't get all his panties in a wad when you make fun of him.
No. He's got a good sense of humor. All right, so you guys got questions or what?
These are some happy birds.
Are they jumping?
Yeah.
Well, it's like that night I was there. I was trying to get him on camera. Every time I try to get him on camera, they'd run the other way and hide. And that says, found a fawn hiding between the heat pump and the house today. Mom finally came back and got her. right before dusk.
Yeah, once they set those fawns will not move till Mama comes back.
Yep, that's true. The moose do the same thing.
Yep.
Let's see. Clint says, or Flat Tire Farms asking Clint what part of Texas. Southern Root says, but Texas has hogs. Yeah, I'm not. I don't mind wild hog meat. I've shot a lot of them with my air guns over the years, but they're a pain in the butt. They're mean.
They're more of a nuisance than they're worth eating. Although at least it is food.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you cook it right, they're fine. I mean, I used to get 2 to 3 a year, and we just do barbecues. I mean, they weren't huge, maybe 150 pounds after they're dressed out, and we just sit there and do Hawaiian pit. Do the pit
Well,
fires.
it all depends on what they're eating.
Yes.
Just like a regular, domesticated pig. If you feed them right, they're going to be delicious. If you feed them junk, they're going to taste like crap.
Right. Ashley asks, how many hours did it take to complete each coop?
I didn't even keep track.
We didn't really keep track of the hours. We kept track of the days. And the actual build time, we're pretty much neck and neck.
Yeah.
Dave, I think might have finished a couple hours ahead of me. Maybe a half a day. But my advantage is, what's that?
You had extra help too.
Oh,
you had 4 good arms to use.
You've seen the video.
You had 4 no. You had 4 good arms to use. Nail guns, big power tools. Dude, I don't want to hear it.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I had the advantage over you because I did have the power tools. I had
power tools. You were building a bigger coop, but you had power tools and extra help.
Yeah, she didn't help all that much. She mostly helped with the framing of it, and that was pretty much it. She held the what was it? The boards.
Tape measure.
Yeah, she held the tape measure a lot.
The dumb end of the tape measure. Because there is a smart end and a dumb end to a tape measure.
Yeah, it depends on who's holding it too.
Yeah.
Let me see if we can cut up some of these. So yeah, actually, we don't know the exact hours. We're pretty much neck and neck. Time wise, build though, I think Dave definitely got it. He got the looks, and he probably got me by half a day on the build.
Yeah. We were just doing it for fun anyway.
Yeah, it was just me and Dave like to be competitive and be fun. So
I didn't want to embarrass the Chaco too bad. The old crippled old gnome.
Yeah,
beat him.
Doing his
I didn't want to beat him too bad.
He's doing his nose twitch over there, getting the rain to come down on me.
Come on, you know how magic works, Rob. If I cast something like that, it's going to come back to me threefold, and it did. I got rain.
Oh man. Dean asked, did you ever do gator hunting in Florida, Rob? Yes, I actually did. We didn't gator hunt with gator fish. We used big old treble hooks with weights on them with big old pen rods, and we snag them, drag them up, and usually somebody with the guide would pop them in the head. Are those wild hogs?
Did you ever iguana hunt down there?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
We didn't have to hunt them. We had to wait for a cold day and they fall out of the tree. The news would actually put warnings on the news. Danger, falling iguanas. Because after 20 degrees, they get paralyzed and they fall out of the trees, and people were getting hit in the head with them. But yeah, no, we go down to the Everglades, we go down to Fort Lauderdale, and we go down and going iguana hunting. And everybody laughs, but iguana actually tastes pretty good.
The chicken of the trees, they call them.
Chicken of the tree. I missed something here. Clint, will y'all build any kind of smaller mobile type coops to move them around? I'm actually going to make like a flexible fence area where I can run off that and let them go out. I don't want them going too far away from my eyesight because of the critters we do have here. The bears have not really come up to the property this year, but you never know when it's going to happen. It's not if, it's when. They will come. We just don't know when. We basically what all of our grass clippings and stuff, all the greens go right into the playpen, and they just devour it. Like that was full of grass yesterday. And he says I ran an airboat park out of the Everglades for a couple of years. Nice. See? That area is nice down there. I used to love going down to the Seminole Reservation down there.
You're okay.
I actually did a big write up on Oktoktiki, which is one of the preserves down there where they have the tribal council at.
I just got pooped on.
You knew that was going to happen. Flat tire.
That's what I get for picking up a bird.
Tucking the clean.
This is Dottie.
And tell her why she's called Dottie.
Sweetheart.
Why
she's called Dottie because she used to have a big dot on her head, but it dispersed. So
when I first got up there after we put them in the run out there, we're looking at him. He's like, "Yeah, that one's Dottie," and she got like little spots all over. It's like you're trying to dust the stuff off her because she looked funny.
Calm down. All right, go.
What are you doing to that thing? She's fucking
like
her.
I'm killing her. Well, it's because I didn't have any treats for her up here. She'll come up here and she'll stay for an hour as long as I'm holding treats.
Yeah. They're not shy. They know who to go to and get yums, and then they're gonna have a hissy fit.
Oh, they know exactly what they know the sound of the door closing on the cabin and when I'm coming out, and they all rush to the door, act like they've been starving to death for days. So
yeah. JR says, "How are you gonna get the side by side to the house?" We're just gonna have to have the tundra truck drop it off up here at the trailhead, and by the time that happens, I'll be able to just drive it up here. By this time next week, I should have the bridges done. I've got to mill maybe 10 more planks, and I should have enough to do both bridges. The trails are plenty wide enough. They're just really rough, but with the side by side, it'd be a lot smoother. The only place that the wheeler's not going to be able to go is up the front trail, or the upper trail as we call it, or down to the spring, because it's just that area is too rough. It's barely passable with a wheeler sometimes. Any more tree rats? Ashley wants to know if you get any more tree rats, Dave.
Not yet.
No.
No.
What's the total?
Still at 7. 1 you got, and then 6 I got. Oh, I did find that trap that went missing.
Where was it?
It was halfway up the driveway.
That had to have been an eagle grabbed it and dropped it.
Yeah, it was either an eagle or I don't know, but that cat could have drug it up there too because we got that cat running around.
That's true.
Hi, ladybird. Hi, ladybird. Hi, ladybird.
Get him! Get him!
Hi, ladybird. She wouldn't do that. She knows who feeds her.
So pluck your eyes. Make a nest in his beard.
Yeah.
There she goes. Yeah, Clint says, just like a female, nice when you have treats, mean the rest of the time.
Yep.
Right. So any other questions, guys?
I'll tell you what, for you guys that don't have chickens, these things are hours of entertainment.
Yeah, they are.
It's better than any TV or YouTube channel. Well, except for my YouTube channel.
Ashley says those chickens will eat those tree rats after you catch them. Yeah, they will.
Yeah, they will. Mice, tree rats, shrews.
Yep. Actually, I took out a shrew earlier today. I was on the phone with my buddy John back in Florida, and I'm like, hang on. I had to go get the air rifle. Pink. And speaking of air rifle, I just saw your message there, JR. My air rifle is a Benjamin Murado 25, and I also have a Crossman 2240 that I turned into a carbine. And that thing's pretty nice. I mean, John and I were shooting that out to 150 yards at one point. and that's a CO2. The 25, I've got it tuned in and dialed in pretty much to be half-inch groupings at 100 yards with that right now, and I can take that one out to about 250 yards. I got a little bit more tuning to do on it. And I've got to find purchase a chronograph so I can do it right. But if you're looking for an inexpensive PCP air rifle, go with the Benjamin Murata. They're one of the most tunable air rifles you can find, and you can do it yourself.
Yeah, and any of you guys that want to learn more about air rifles, show up for the Alaska Tuber Rondi because Rob's going to have a display set up and talk about air rifles and how they work. And I don't think we're going to be able to do a demonstration because of the park that we're at, but at least they'll be there and we can talk about it.
I'll probably shoot the little CO2 one, but I'm going to try to see if I can get Adam to bring his, he's got an FX, which is, I think he's got 30 caliber. I'm going to see if he'll bring that down so we can talk about that too. Because there's so many different air rifles out there. It's crazy. You know, and each one's got its own purpose. I mean, hell, they got the Zeus, which is a 72 caliber, which I'd love to get my hands on, but I don't want to spend that kind of money right now.
Yeah.
I'm looking for another 457 because my black powder pistols, shoot this, and this is a 240 grain slug that I cast myself, and it goes in my black powder, and it'll also go into 457 air rifles. So it's multi-purpose.
I can't believe Arrow pushed that thing downrange.
What's that?
I can't believe just Arrow pushed that thing downrange.
Oh yeah. But you know, my goal is to sometime in the next year or so, once I get a 457, is go out up to caribou, because Alaska did make caribou legal to hunt with air rifles, as well as black-tailed deer.
Well, do air rifles fall into the category of archery and black powder?
I don't know how they got it classified. I've got to look into that more. But it's very limited game. I mean, the big bore guns will drop a brown bear if you do it right. I mean, they're dropping water buffalo in South Africa, and those things are just as hard to kill as a brown bear.
Well, the black powder they got nowadays with the rifling in the barrels and everything, and the loads, they're every bit as powerful as just a regular, either rim fire or
even some of the center fires. I mean, the black powders that I've been shooting, or the air rifles I've been shooting, is just as powerful as a lot of the black powder guns.
Now, but will they reach out as far?
It depends.
As a black powder.
Oh, actually, they'll go further than most black powders. Most black powders are only good for 100, 200 yards. And I personally shot my Cricket 25 out to 400. And been on paper. So, and the 457, I think the max we get out to is 200 on that, and that'll go a lot farther as well. Yes, you're right, JR.
Yes, it was about 60 degrees here today. Yeah, it was pretty nice.
It's currently 70 up here.
Your thing must be in the sun.
No, it's not. It's actually on that pole.
Oh,
wait, away from the sun. I did that on purpose, but it's 69 in the house and it's 70 outside.
Flyover.
Yeah.
That's the guy that lives up there in Talkeetna. He runs the transfer station there at Sunshine. Oh, he's got a helicopter. He flies into town all the time.
Yeah. JR says 245 is what my 45 EDC carries. Yeah. And I could deal with the 60s. It's the 70s is really nice here. If you're working outside, it's going to get too warm. I start.
Yeah, and it's humid.
Yeah, it's
this time of year. It's humid.
It's only 43 or 48% humidity up here right now.
Well, you had a better day than we did down here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been pretty sunny out all day. Alaska or Southern Roots Alaska branches. I've been thinking about the 357 or 457 Benjamin. If you're talking about the Bulldog 357, it's not bad. I have shot a couple of them. Years ago, I did have another YouTube channel that focused mostly on air rifles and outdoor sporting gear, and it was quite popular. Then YouTube destroyed it.
I can't say completely on fire, Ashley, but yes, I've Since I smoke a pipe every once in a while, a spark will come out and they go, "Ah!" Now, this is one thing I do worry about these chickens. Check this out. It is, flip that around.
Yeah.
Or a fox is going to come along and chop their heads off.
Yeah, you don't want that happening. Yeah. Clint, if you're gonna, or not Clint, sorry, Josh, if you're gonna go with an air rifle, get in touch with me. The Benjamins, the Bulldogs are okay. There's others that are much better. And I'm a Crossman and Benjamin fan. Hey, there's Matt.
Yeah, you caught some, Matt. Good to see you.
And we're talking about quails. Gillum says I always get a kick out of when I travel north and they tell me that it's hot there. Went to Ohio and they were melting and we're wearing long sleeves.
Yeah, that reminds me. I left Alaska once to go to Vegas for a couple days, which was about a couple days too long. But it was like 70 degrees in Vegas in the end of September. And I'm at the pool.
Yeah.
I'm swimming. This is freaking beautiful weather. The lifeguards are on the stands with freaking coats and blankets wrapped around them.
And you're jumping into the pool with your shorts on.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is smelly. I'm going to take it out.
Yep, no problem. That was the water from last night. Yep. We save a lot of our vegetable water when we're cooking our vegetables and stuff like that, and she dumps it on the plants.
Yep.
Take it to the greenhouse.
Okay. Hey, Sarah. Take the banana water.
Oh.
Yes, and if you guys don't know, you can soak your bananas in the water, and it's good for your tomato plants and other plants as well. All right, Phyllis. We'll talk to you guys later. And I'll give you guys a call later on.
I thought that flashed up so quick on my screen. I thought she said we're going to have a sing-off. It's like, well, I have a sing-off. What do you want to sing?
Matt, is here a question. I'm giving it to Nomi because he did get me by about a half a day, and his coop is definitely cuter.
I was going for the wow factor.
Yeah, but other than that, the real winners were the chickens.
Yep. And as you can see, they're loving life.
Yep. Oh, yep. See, Gillum Farms saying they got banana water going on as well. Lots of good little tricks you can pick up and do with your vegetables and stuff. I'll have to try to see if I can go out there and get a video one of these nights and show you guys, or one of these days, that our stuff is getting big quick, and I'm really shocked. I mean, because some of it we didn't think was going to go well because it was taking forever to get them out there because we started in early April, and then when we get that last snow, we got 3 feet. We're like, oh, poo. And by the time we get them out there, we thought they were all going to die, but they actually took off really well. We've already got snow peas coming in, and there's probably about a handful ready to pick already.
If you got snow peas coming in now, go ahead and plant some more peas in between each one of those plants. Mm-hmm. By the time they're done, the other ones will come up and they'll be ready.
Yeah.
You can get 2 batches of snow peas up here easy.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. I didn't know that. Phyllis and Adam said they might be back in a little bit. That's cool if you guys can. Appreciate it. You know that. Southern Roots pea is a good one too. I keep a jug behind the toilet, even though my wife don't like it.
It works, and it's free fertilizer.
We use composting toilets. So we have pea bottles. So.
Yep. Me too.
JR, now the chickens would be happy if they get the old guy out of their house.
I don't know. They seem pretty happy right now. All I gotta do is break out the bag of treats.
Yeah. Yeah, I've kind of been getting mine that way. I mean, when I go out there in the morning, they're all like plastered to the fence like this. Like, what do you got? You got
Yeah,
something for me?
exactly.
You know, and I didn't put a door on my the outside yet. You know, for them going into the play area because they wander in and out all night long, and I keep the water out there because I don't
Yeah.
want it to coop. You know, I'll put a little feed in there, but you know, the rooster likes to get on top of the bucket that I use for the feed and knocks it over constantly. So I got to put a couple rocks on to keep them falling over. Well, they're noisy.
I'll tell you what, these guys are going through twice as much feed as they should be, but they're growing. So I'm hoping that slows down here.
Now, the food did you get? Did you get the grower?
Yeah, I've got grower right now, and then I've got a bag of the pellets.
Yeah.
They're, I think, 20% protein. I'm not sure if that's a grower mix or not, but
Yeah, that's a layer mix.
yeah.
The high protein's usually a layer mix. JR says, tell them one treat, one egg. They're a little young. They're a little young.
I'm guesstimating because they're saying with the gems, 16 to 18 weeks until you get your first egg, and the same thing with the Perkins. So I looked at the calendar, and it should be right at the end of August, first week of September before I'll start getting eggs.
That'd be perfect timing. You get a little bit built up.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That's why I said. That's why I started water glassing. You know, we actually started water glassing as soon as we started getting chicken eggs coming in that were clean.
Yeah, if I can find it,
So
just another hen or two that are already laying somebody's got, I wouldn't mind bringing them over.
Right.
That's all right.
Yeah, Josh, you're right. The price of feed has gotten stupid high in the last few years. That's why Dave and I were talking about doing the rice and beans thing with them and doing fodder and fermenting. You know, we've both been fermenting our food for a little bit now. And it makes it go a lot further. I mean, when I was a kid, I grew up on a horse farm and we had chickens and other animals. But I spent probably about a winter in Canada. And one of the big things we did up there is we cooked oats for the horses every night and every morning. I put on sweet oats in a huge pond. I had to keep adding water to it and just keep swelling. So what I would feed to maybe 2 horses was enough for 6. JR said you just paid $2.38 for 2 dozen eggs today.
Well, I don't wear a straw hat, so.
That's a good one, Ash. I got some 3-year-old hens I need to rotate out if you're all up this way. You're a little far north.
Yeah, just a little.
Now, if it was wintertime, I could have you bring them over. Well, no, they don't. The winter train don't know me that well. See, we're not supposed to put livestock on the train, and I have smuggled chickens up here. That's why I got them all here. I was just thinking.
No, you can't put livestock on the train, but you can put a dog on the train.
Right. But I was just saying you could drop them off the train yard, but the hurricane train don't go all the way up there, and we're in hurricane train season right now. Who doesn't like a nice little 6-hour drive to North Pole, right?
I've been there. I've done that, and yeah, I have no plans again.
Well, we want to do a little bit of traveling this summer. We just don't know when. Because we're so busy trying to get all these little projects done here and prepping for winter and shopping and getting ready to start doing some fishing with you and a few other people. It's just like traveling's kind of killing us. Because we want to go down to Homer, and I don't think that's going to happen this summer.
See, probably that would be a worthwhile trip.
Going to get chickens?
No, Homer.
Homer.
I've been to Fairbanks. I've been to North Pole. I've seen that, done that. It's checked off my list. Sorry.
No, we'll get up there one of these days. That's
Well, if you go up there, I'd suggest going up in the wintertime when you can hit Chena Hot Springs.
Yeah. We actually talked about maybe trying to find someone to babysit Zeus and taking the train up to Fairbanks and going over from there.
Yeah, I've seen that bus that goes from Anchorage to Fairbanks. There's quite a few people that take it.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's cheaper than the train.
Because actually, the reason you can send them in the mail, but they won't take them on the train is because the train's state owned and they're a little finicky in what they allow on there. Like, I can't bring propane, I can't bring gasoline. I'm surprised you let me bring butane on there for my small stove and my bug zapper thing you do, Bob.
Yeah, because they've got to deal with TSA rules too, don't they?
Yes, they got to deal with TSA. It's like when you get on the train, you got to hand over your guns, all kinds of stuff.
What? You got to hand over your gun when you get on the train now?
Yep.
When did they start doing that?
Before old man Jim died.
Wow. So you mean I can walk into the bank up there with a gun strapped on my hip, but I can't get on the train?
Yep. I know. Are the pinks running up by you there, Josh, already? All right, Flat Tire Farm. Yeah, I was on my sawmill all day today for the last 2 days, so I understand that. But have a good night. I appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with us for a little bit, man. Really do.
Yep, thanks for coming by, Flat Tire.
God, I didn't realize we've been on almost an hour and a half already, Dave.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
And we've been averaging about 12 to 15 people at a time, so that's not bad.
It's more of a hangout right now. Get everybody here, just to see what everybody's up to and chat.
And hoping we can get some crossover, bring some people from my channel over to your channel and vice versa.
Yep. Matt says, cheers, Crystal and Reeve, Flat Tire Farm Homestead. Ashley, TSA rules sounds like a touchy-feely kind of thing to me. Yeah, it is.
Literally.
All right. And Southern Root says, nah, I'm going down to Valdez at the end of July, most probably. There you go. There you go. Now, I'm hoping me and Dave get out to do a lot more fishing. We only went for 2 days last year. We cut our limit.
Yep.
And that's all the fishing I did last year. I used to, when I lived in Florida, I fished every day. Being on my boat, I tossed the line out and just let it float behind the boat. And I always caught something,
Well, when I was living at Sheep Creek Lodge up there, when I was the caretaker, I fished every day. But I had access. The creek was right there and the lakes were right there, so I didn't have far to go.
Right. What do you mean, Matt? Rob probably gets profiled a lot. I know I do. Got to pay to play. Should have a stronger signal on Starlink soon. Yay. Are they getting lined up? I hope so.
Well, this hasn't been too bad. You haven't dropped off nearly as much as you were the last few weeks.
No, let me make sure I'm even on satellite on this one because I'm on my phone. I don't know if it's hooked on there or not. Yeah, I'm hooked up to it. Oh, yeah, they profile you as an easy person to check so they can say they checked someone, right? Or you look sketchy as fuck. Either way. No, most people, when they know me, they just think I'm the ordinary average guy until I roll up my sleeves and I got ink,
Well, believe it or not, I mean, here in Alaska, TSA doesn't look twice at guys like us when you're leaving. It's the TSA down there when you're coming back.
Right. Oh, these grizzled guys. Their beards, the gray hair, half wild looking. They're all feral.
Hi, Sarah. Good to see ya. I'm going to send you some mushrooms to cook for your mom.
Who's that?
Dee's daughter showed up and she wanted me to say hi.
Oh, okay.
Different Sarah. Hey, Rob, keep your eye out for oyster mushrooms right now on your cottonwood trees, your stumps and your logs.
I haven't even been looking at them. I will start looking for them.
Yeah.
Oh, Alone just dropped a new video. I know what I'm watching for dinner.
Where's she at? Why isn't she in here?
Oh, it's okay. I know she's got a lot on
Oh,
her
I
plate
know.
right now.
Hey,
she wants to know if
rumor
those.
has it, don't tell anybody, but rumor has it she may show up for the Alaska Tuber Rondi.
And when is that happening?
August 12th in
Where?
Meadow Lakes.
There you go.
Meadow Lakes Sports Complex. Don't ask me the address. You can look it up or you can follow a link on some of our videos. But we may have a special guest appearance.
So Dee wants to know if those are magic mushrooms. You never know. Matt says, "Man, tell that to TSA in Anchorage that about had a airport when we were coming up here during the move. Zeus was in." He couldn't find him in the bag. It's like, they're right there. Can we help you? And then we had to jump all over them because poor Zeus was in the plane.
Yeah.
We had to say you, and they finally did, and we watched them unload them. It's like, oh my god. Starlink about the Zeus story. Did you hear all that, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
So it must be on your end, Matt. It's not Starlink this time. Stop blaming Elon Musk.
Hey, we can blame Elon for a lot of stuff, just not that one.
Right? Yeah. So I've been finding a lot of different mushrooms. I'm pulling up logs that I'm working on that have been sitting since last year, and I found some pink ones.
Really?
What
What shape were they?
kind of like an oyster. That's what I didn't know. But I
Really?
don't know if oysters come pink.
Well, they're like a tannish. Did you see that picture I posted yesterday of the oyster?
Yeah.
They're sort of tannish. The only pink ones I've seen come in like a cone, and they're really delicious. Hopefully, we get some of them this year. I forget what they're called.
Oh, I got to walk down the trail later. I think I saw my first bolete.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was in the trail. I got to go back and look for it. I know right where it's at. And Matt said Nomi stayed fine the whole time. Weird. Huh, I don't know. Maybe your phone like me. Yeah. I got the voice for radio. That scared it.
So yeah, if mushrooms are, if you find a bolete, it's a couple weeks early. Although with the rain that we've had,
early. What? Come here. Come on. Hey.
The kings are usually the first ones to pop up too.
There's my Fluffy. What?
Hey, your Fluffy doesn't have feathers.
No.
My Fluffies have feathers.
He wants more hugs.
That dog is spoiled.
Yeah, he is. He actually got along with Phyllis and Adam's dog when they were up here for the most part.
Really?
Yep. They tried to play. Somebody had other ideas. Dork. And Blue didn't like that game.
I'm just watching mosquitoes get eaten off my ankles by the chickens.
Clint says hello, Zeus.
Yes.
He's just like, huh? Crazy dog. Yeah. Well, if nobody else really got any more questions, we've been here an hour and a half, and I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little peckish myself. So
No, he Zeus tries to herd the chickens. He runs around the outside of the playpen. I don't trust him because he has killed rabbits and he has killed squirrels back in Florida. So I won't trust him with a chicken. He tried to get into the coop with me one day, and I grabbed him before he got too far into it. He's a killer.
it's instinct.
Yeah, and he's a herder, so he's gonna want to chase anything that tries to spread out. Good night, Gillen
I
Farm.
haven't figured out what's for dinner tonight. I might. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to crack open a. I made a bunch of Italian sausage and spaghetti sauce and canned it up. I haven't put the video out yet, but I didn't want to crack one of them up and have me a sausage sandwich.
Have a little bit of. Good night, Annette. Anybody else? I'm nuking some mac and microwave yuck. Burritos.
That's what happens when you shop when you're hungry, Matt.
Right, you buy junk food.
Fill up on them Costco freebie snacks before you start walking the aisle.
Martini. Yeah, I get good service here. What can I get you for a drink tonight?
Hey, pour me one while you're at it. Make it.
Right.
I want an old fashioned.
Right. Take it easy, Clint. You have a good night. Like I said, we're going to be out of here in a second. So, Southern Roots. Nomi, how long have you been in Alaska?
I've been up here since 2008, so this September 1st will be my 16th year.
There you go. Matt says make it a double. What's your
So
drink?
I'm well beyond the Chichaco status. I'm almost there to sourdough.
And he's not sour. He's just sour.
Yeah. And the belly is a bunch of dough, so I am sourdough.
Right. So next time I see him, I'm going to bring him some Sour Patch Kids, and we definitely call him a sourdough. Northbound bird is over Seward, headed your way. Woohoo! Nice. What are they just going to be circling that way, or are they going to get into a pattern to fly around on a regular basis? Oh my God! There you go.
Thank you, darling.
Sarah's having her Manhattan, so I had to open a new cherry jar. And everybody feels good. You got to spank them a little bit, and they pop right up.
Good night, AFJ. Okay, now you're there and we can't hear you.
AFJ's not in here, is he?
No. Yeah, he was cooking dinner.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah, he was cooking dinner.
Been here listening for a while, cooking dinner. Good night from the heart of Dixie.
Well, before we get out of here, I want to thank all
Later.
you guys that have given us support here over the past year or so.
Polar orbit. Yeah. Nice. All right. Well, I'm gonna go make my dinner and Sarah's dinner and give Zoot something to eat and get a.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight.
We do it for ourselves, but we're also doing it to show.
Yeah. You're choppy. All right. Well, real quick, I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight, supporting us, watching our videos, subscribing to our videos, hitting that like button, sharing our videos, doing all that fun stuff, because that's how we make it up here. We couldn't do it without you guys.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
Hasta la bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Dave.
Bye, Sarah.